Hey everybody, we are back, and I am holding our favorite snack here. So grateful for Nabisco considering, partnering with us, just young people who are just trying to make it in the world. It would be so great if you guys saw this and decided, you know what, we want to fund them because, 2020. So anyway, guys, we're back and we are in this very interesting conversation about cheating and relationships. And so what we decided is many of you guys have told us how we talk about stuff that we don't know nothing about, like kids, mainly, because none of us have kids. So all of you parents have been like, y'all don't have kids, y'all should say something. So we want to get more perspectives, right? So we're going to ask a couple more married people, because these two clearly, are you? Yeah, he's got the ring. So
it's fake though.
We're going to call some of our friends to see what they think. Now, we ain't really, they just going to be surprised. So let's see how this works.
Who you calling?
I'm calling my sister.
Oh.
So I'm calling Nicole. Nicole!
Yes. What do you want?
We're on 13. You're on 1320 stuff. Say hi to everybody.
Oh. Hello, everybody.
Hello,
everybody.
She got that.
She got that voice.
Midnight Love voice.
Yeah. Donnie Simpson and them. Hello, everybody.
Sweat Hotel.
So you said the Sweat Hotel.
Sweat Hotel.
Nobody cheats to church music, do they?
You know what? It depends on what level of. I don't know. What's your flavor?
No. Okay. So anyway, she clearly going to different Baskin Robbins than we've been to. So, Nicole, that's the question. We're talking about cheating and faithfulness and infidelity, all that stuff. And so Lindsey has a very interesting perspective that men are deeply wounded when women cheat, whereas women just, kind of roll with the flow when we cheat, et cetera, et cetera.
That is not what Lindsey said.
Is that not what you said?
That women just roll with the punches. No, I didn't have any opinion about what women do.
I feel like you said
cheating.
you roll with the just punches.
No. I talked about biology and my personal thoughts, not specifically that women just take it well, because I don't think that we do. We might stay, but we're going to make your life a living hell.
They tolerated it.
That you all tolerate it. So let me ask you, as a married woman of, how long y'all been married?
18 years.
18?
Ooh, God bless you.
18 years. Congratulations. What are your thoughts, views on cheating? And let's say your husband cheated. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah. Lindsey's over here like, oh my God. It's my sister, she know. What's your response? Like, how do you feel about it? Go ahead. Just say whatever you say.
Well, first you have to address the couple's definition of what fidelity is for them. So fidelity means different things to different people. As a counselor, I've heard so many different types of relationships that you would not necessarily expect to be what they are, but they are not conventional in any shape, form, or fashion. But it works for them. So what my version of infidelity is may not be what your version is, but may not be what anyone else's version is.
What's your version?
Version of fidelity. Well, let's say this has morphed as I've gotten older. So let me say that. Before, when I was young, it was like, whatever, you cheat on me, it's over. And cheating was defined very narrowly as, okay, listen, if you... Actually, it was broad. It was a broad definition. Don't look at nobody. Don't talk to nobody. Don't think about nobody.
Nothing, simple. Okay.
But as I got older and the level of investment that I had in my relationship changed and what I had to lose changed, then my definition changed because I bumped up against reality. And so I was like, if given this situation, would I be willing to walk completely away? And if given this situation, would I be willing to walk completely away? And so the rules started to change. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't the worst thing that could happen. And I think that as I've gotten older, the definition has greatly broadened itself to a point where, hey, listen, do you want to wake up and not kill me every day? Then we're winning. That's
what the bar is now. So we're basically, so 18 years in, the bar is basically like, do we feel homicidal? Nope. Cool. This is a good morning. It's working out.
It's a good day.
This is definitely not a church marriage retreat kind of conversation. The Lord is really with us. Amen. So you would stay?
Yeah.
Oh. One-time thing, or if it's a consistent thing, you're still staying?
Would it matter to you, or does the level or kind of cheating change that answer? So does it matter if you find out that there is a full-blown relationship, this person is been put up somewhere, or there's a kid somewhere? Are there levels that you're not willing to accept, or is it just anything that happens, if he's willing to work through it, I'm willing to work through it?
So good question. I would like to say at this moment in time that, the levels don't exist, but I don't know until I get there. I think what the pandemic has done is forced couples to stay in some situations together, and it's tested the boundaries of relationships quite a bit. And so today I could sit here and say, oh, well, for sure, it's not a big deal. But, I don't know next year. I don't know the year after that. If my husband had a completely different family or a child outside, I think that would really, really hurt me. But am I willing to destroy my family because of his choices? No.
Oh, you just gonna make him sit in that? No, you gonna sit in it.
It takes a really strong individual to say that, and to be able to say, he went and had a kid on me, and I'm gonna keep my family together, because that's a daily reminder of his infidelity. You knowing about this kid and having to look at it and have it in your house, and that's a whole other level.
I like the way you talk about it's a pet.
Have it in your house.
You got this,
that's why y'all told us don't be talking about kids.
You got this thing in my house, and this thing out here.
I don't think she's saying the kid moves
she
in.
Said all that.
I didn't say move in, but it's a daily reminder that her husband cheated and has a baby that ain't with her, so he has to take care of his responsibility.
But that's good. So Nicole, let me ask you this, because Lindsey did say this, that if she don't know about it, she not really tripping. Did you not say that? Did you not say
y'all are trivializing the way or the things that I'm saying.
That's not true. Okay, go ahead.
I can't be mad about something I don't know about.
I mean, yeah, in a literal sense, that is true.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, if I'm gonna be with a cheater, I want him to be a good cheater. I don't know. I mean, it's
can you excel at something?
Does anybody know that their person is being faithful? You just believe they're faithful. I'm not with you 24 hours a day. I want to believe you're faithful. So if either you are or you're so good at it that I never find out, I'm going to die happy either way. That's all.
Those of y'all that are watching, can y'all post in the comments, would you rather your person be 1,000% faithful or them be immaculate and excellent in their cheating, so you just never find out?
Here's newsflash: you don't know the difference.
You don't know the difference. I mean, of course we don't know the difference. I'm just curious.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is you don't know the difference. I want to be happy, okay? And if you make that happen by being so skilled that I never find out and I have a great life, or you're completely faithful, I want to be happy either way. Now, I'm not married, so that's why we have Nicole on the phone, because I'm talking.
Because you ain't a married woman. Yeah, we want a married woman's opinion.
I don't know.
So, Nicole, what would you say? If you don't know, are you taking Lindsey's position or not?
I don't check my husband's phone. I don't go through his stuff. If he wants to take the time and the energy to cheat, then do what you do. I don't have the energy to police that. And the same with him. He doesn't have the energy to police that with me. We have 3 other people who suck our time away from us. And so the energy used to discover that information it takes a lot. So I personally, I see where she's coming from. If you're going to do it, then
have you ever checked phones?
When I first got into my relationship, for sure. And this was when the technology, I don't want to date myself, but it was still developing. And so, checking your phone was like, because we had each other's passwords. And, it was a form of this self-sacrificing nature.
Like, oh my God.
I trust you so much. I'm giving you my password. I trust you so much. You're giving my password. And so we did all of this lovey-dovey stuff.
Is that lovey-dovey or was that insecurity?
Oh, well, we called it lovey-dovey, but it was really insecurity.
Dang.
But that takes hindsight and emotional intelligence to discover that that's what that really was.
Okay, well, Nicole, your husband just texted me and told me to tell you get off the phone because he's checking the phone records right now. So, thanks, sis. We'll hit you back. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
All right.
I feel like that was an interesting perspective. And I think one of the biggest parts that I took away from that was that as you grow your family, there's so much more to lose. And I think that goes back to like the comments that you were making about like why women decide to stay and they put up with certain things. And I think like that sacrificing because you have a family and no matter how misplaced it is, right? Because if we're talking abuse, then staying in that situation isn't helpful or isn't good for your kid. But when you've invested 18 years and you have 3 kids, it's a lot harder to leave because something isn't going your way.
Yeah, and in her case, I can say that she won't. In her case, it's not even a matter too of she's gainfully employed, educated, all that stuff. So it's not I'm stuck with him because so. But to me, it reinforces the idea, or I would say the truth, that you all are wired to endure for the sake of others. In this case, enduring what the husband is doing for the sake of the children. That's just a different type of wiring.
Well, let me just put out this disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
I know it's no, okay. Like you let that in my house. No, so I know it's much more difficult for a woman to leave that has established this many years and have families and kids and all of this stuff versus somebody who's it's just you and him, and you're gainfully employed and you can stand on your own 2 feet. I get it, but my thing is, at the end of the day, if we talk about, I just want to be happy, I just want to be loved, but you're willing to deal with certain levels of whatever for how many years? At what point do you does your happiness become a priority for you? So you're willing to sacrifice your happiness for the sake of saying, I've been together 15 years and we got 2 kids, so my happiness don't even matter no more. I'm just gonna stay miserable for the rest of my life and stay in this.
I think that we are trivializing and simplifying the range of emotions that people go through when they're in relationship with someone. Because I don't think people just say, I'm willing to accept whatever.
Yeah, I know they're not saying it, but your actions show that that's what you're doing. But you're not saying it.
I think it's
that's so much easier to see from the outside. It's so much easier to see hindsight. I think that when you're in it, it's very difficult to decide what is just the ins and outs of relationship and what is, okay, now I'm being abused or taken advantage of. Because you grow up with an idea of love and marriage, and somebody that you end up with grows up with a completely different idea. And then when you guys get together, you not doing what I expect can feel like a breakdown. And if I dip every time you aren't meeting some mark that you don't even know, then it will never be in relationship with people. So I think that sometimes we don't know when we're just kind of working through trauma and issues with someone and when we're in the middle of being traumatized. I think it's hard to know the difference. And when you love someone, you're willing to go through more because you think that's the love. That is the love. What is love other than putting up with somebody's mess?
But I think part of the issue too is the church. Now, Paz, I'm just being honest with you. Part of the issue is the church has convoluted the separation between God's love and human love and the capacity of those two things. God's love is infinite. God's love can love through all matter of things. It is his love that covers and overcomes sin. We don't have the same capacity. And so I think for those of you who are watching this that may be in type of relationship, you're trying to figure things out, your relationship is not your therapy. All right. That's not the space for you to be trying to figure out, am I working through a trauma, while actually creating more trauma for yourself. So this is why we encourage you guys, get therapy, get counselors, sit and talk to somebody that you can process things through. Because some of you, a spouse, a boyfriend, girlfriend cheating is not the same as somebody else's spouse or boyfriend cheating. And so you cannot compare those things. You cannot live in the reality TV show or social media space and have all these comparisons. And like Lindsey said, and that was very powerful what you said, that whole idea of, am I working through a trauma or am I experiencing a trauma? And I think sometimes, and I actually, you know what, I should apologize to the ladies a little bit, because I don't want you to think that you have to meet these standards that we as men kind of hold for you guys in terms of being emotionally strong and these expectations that, oh, she just gonna deal with it, she'll be all right. I think sometimes ladies, and brothers, some of you too, we have to be able to say, this is not mentally healthy for me. This is not spiritually or emotionally healthy for me. Yeah, I know you made a mistake, but I've been traumatized and I can't re-traumatize with you. Watch this, because I love you. Your love is not the same capacity as God's love. Give yourself the space to say, I can't do this. And for some of y'all that's just real liberal and you just enjoying life, give yourself the space to redefine what relationship looks like for you. You know, if you are okay, if you're strong, like this one over here, and you can handle certain things, then don't try. But let it be that. Let it be that you can handle it.
I'll be on 2020.
Will you be on 2020?
I don't know. We'll see.
Whoa, them crazy eyes right there. She just had the crazy eyes.
I don't think anybody wakes up planning, but you know.
It's called premeditated for a reason. Anyway, so we off. But we love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Lindsey, RJ, any closing thoughts?
Love yourself.
She just called
you. Don't have to put up with it, ladies.
Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Your happiness is what's most important. And, I say a lot of things that probably are controversial and crack a joke here and there. But in all actuality, I want everybody, both men and women, to be happy in whatever situation they're in. If you decide to stay in a situation and you can tolerate and deal with it, so be it. But if not, do what's best for you. Live. Be happy. What's up? Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of 1320 Stuff. We greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to all of our social media platforms. Send us an email, a DM. We greatly appreciate the feedback. Until next time, peace. Thank you.